I am publicly ally revoking her rights to the design. I never gifted her the design, despite her claims. Uni, Ren, or better known as Vex, has been playing all of her artists. There's a group chat right now of at least 9 people she's affected, and they all know someone else. Normally I keep my mouth shut, but it makes me sick to my stomach to see people gleefully interacting and defending the same girl who faked her death and abused the kindness of those around her. Vex keeps doing it. She'll keep doing it. The situation started when Nova tweeted on April 6th. As a sole owner of, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, Unix demon design from _Suki, I am publicly ally revoking her rights to the design. I never gifted her the design, despite her claims. The proof is in the evidence below, and screenshots where this person, CG, I guess it's the Unix person, says, Nova, I got her back. I got my baby back. And Nova says, OMG, and with a 3D model and rigged 2D model too. And Nova says, holy shit, how did you get her back? And they say, I traded the green dog for her. I'm so happy. And Nova says, we will be rebranding back to her. And they say no. And they say, I made her a separate account. And Nova says, if you ever decide to get rid of her again, and an emote saying like, I want it. And Junks say, I don't know how to pronounce that name. She's worth over 1k, good luck. And Nova says, the best I could offer would be to pay for commissions for you over time, since you got her back through trade. And then they say, Nova, I'll take it, and post this adopt. Can you contact Tan about buying her? Nova says, question, do you want Yugo back? I do really adore the design, but at the same time I didn't realize looking at so much would remind me of everything that happened when you were vexed. And I don't want your girl to collect dust just because I thought she was pretty, but hate being reminded of that rough time. Sorry, that was kinda random. And they say, I really don't have anything to give in return, sorry. They say thank you, I guess they bought the design. I can sell her maybe and split it with you, or actually, I will sell her and pay you back what you pay for DLC. Does that work with you? I just feel bad that you won't get anything, because I'm sorry, but I genuinely will never part with this design. Do you want any other C's on my toy house maybe? And Nova says, honestly, I'd just prefer it if you promise me that you'll return at least a design to me if you ever disconnect from her and want to get rid of her. Watch her toy house again. And Yoon says, did you wanna see the cutest art I got? And Nova says yes. And they tag Cat Cliente, who covered previous drama about this individual. I don't have videos about any of those controversies in my channel since my channel is newer. And they say, I have more trouble with Yoonks, aka Vexed. If you're interested in spreading more awareness, please DM me. Their other account is Jumichu. Do not fall for their sweet, friendly words and love bombs like I did. I made a mistake trusting them after the first time. Some people are confused about the context, so I'm adding this here, as I think this best explains. And the screenshot reads, hello, so I paid Young's current design as part 250 out of 1k of a trade we had agreed to, since I couldn't afford to outright pay her. I was going to pay her over time or buy adopt for her. I backed out of the trade and returned the charge that I was trading her. One of her C's, Yugo, worth about 1k, and she kept the design, made it clear she was not giving it back. I told her she can use it with the condition if she doesn't want it, she has to return it to me. She has made it clear that she has no intention of upholding that, and on top of everything, she has asked me for money, asked to buy her more adopts, and has stolen 60 USD because her debt has eaten it all. And the account tagged is now deleted. And this one was tweeted a bit before what I showed previously, but I thought it would be better to show that one first to give more context, as this is obviously about that. And Unix says, I told people to was a gift because I didn't want to sit there and explain to people that we had a trade and you backed out, but literally said they could still fucking use it. The amount of maturity from you is insane. You do not own my design, Nova. You literally gave it to me. As for Suki, I was gonna stop using the demon design anyway, so I'm not using her for branding anyway. Thanks for not even trying to get my side of fucking anything. And this part gets interesting because their manager took hold of the account. Yoon has been blocked out of this account. If you have had any ill interactions with her, please DM me here with screenshots. These account messages have been unfortunately lost, so we have none from our own side. To anyone affected, I'm so sorry. She has had her main platform of Twitter taken away. If artists wish to share their stories, please do so. Uni, Ren, or better known as Vex, has been playing all of her artists. There's a group chat right now of at least 9 people she's affected, and they all know someone else. And I got this one reply that gives more context. Uni has been booted from his Twitter. Ted Drift is the one on it right now. I used to be his manager, but he's fucked too many people over to have a platform. Blue tweets, hi everyone, I don't know if this will reach anyone, but the person, Yoon, brought this design from the person I work with to create her. I had no idea who she was at all, and I just wanted to know if anyone had any info on what happened with this design. And the screenshot reads, hello Blue, I currently own this OC now, and the original owner wants some of the design changes, like hair color and cardigan. Please let me know if you would be willing to make these accommodations. And there's an update. I've been contacted. To be clear, Yoon, CG or whatever they might go by next, does not and will not ever own this design. Gutsy says, normally I keep my mouth shut, but it makes me sick to my stomach to see people gleefully interacting and defending the same girl who faked her death and abused the kindness of those around her. Vex keeps doing it. She'll keep doing it. That's all. Do what you want with that. Call me bitter to your heart's content, but I think I've well earned the right to be bitter after thinking someone died, only to find out they're making off with the free shit I made them from the kindness of my heart, and I was far from the only victim there. And Kamui says, I had no idea where I remembered Uni X from until I remembered I had commissioned her for your charity here on VGen, and it randomly got cancelled / refunded with no notice. Speaking of which, that account has a new handle now. It was Uni X at the time, in case anyone needs the new name she's using to block. And here's their VGen account. And the drift on Yoon's account says, the Demon Girl OC, according to terms agreed upon by Yoon's rifle, now belongs to Kali Lover 101, as Uni broke the terms agreed to in order to keep it. If you have made any art for the Uni Demon Girl, please send it to Nova. Chloe says, after reading everything Yoon has done recently, I would no longer like to associate with him, and I would like to revoke access of the model I made for him. Please go support all artists scammed and mistreated by him. Yoon's was previously known as Vexed. Hishi says, I had her blocked due to her problematic behavior, but now I'm curious. What did she do? And Chloe says, in short, he had been guilt-tripping and love-bombing artists to make him free art, and when he did pay for art, it was with money that wasn't his, but instead money he got from Nova, Kali Lover 101. Please go support her, with the same tactics. There's also stuff with him being possessive over artists in DMs, trying to date them and straight up sexually harassing them. We're still compiling everything, so I don't know if I'm allowed to show the screenshots yet. And again, this was a design that Chloe, who we saw before, drew and rigged according to the drift. And the drift says, Rose can't do a Tron herself, so any donations to this link go to her through me. Please help her get the laptop she was promised. My PFP is blocked out cause it was my new design. So I'm guessing Yoon promised Rose a laptop or money for a laptop and didn't give it. Miu retweets the starring tweet and says, this person tried to befriend me during last year's drama, then blocked me because I clapped back on the hate group they joined that made fake controversies about me and another VTuber. I dodged a bullet with this one. And the drift says, reminder, anyone who has been affected by Uni, please reach out to this account with your experience. Let me know if you'd like to be iClouded if/when a doc is made, and if you wanna be anon. I'm trying to use Uni's old platform to do some good. Juliet says, I have spoken with the owner of the account. Regarding Yoon's, I am publicly revoking rights to use this design I gave him. Number 4 marked out in red. It will be re-entered into the giveaway next month, on May 3rd, 2026. It will not be included in this current month's giveaway. While things settle, best of luck. And the drift retweets and says, I encourage anyone who has given Uni designs to do this. If your design is signed over to him on Toy House, I don't know what you can do, but if it's not, I recommend removing his rights to the design and taking it back. If it was traded, do the same thing. And again, showing their new VGen and to blacklist it. And they tweet, beginning of a thread exposing shit Uni has done. This first one is in regards to the user Astria Chen. She won a raffle back back in October, and Uni was supposed to make a mascot for her. Uni has since not followed through. Here are screenshots regarding her experience. And Astria says, "Hello, I would like to express what had happened and my experience with Yunks. On October 18, I was announced to have won a raffle they held for a custom mascot art. Since I didn't have one at the time, they offered to design one for me. They insisted I added them on Discord and discussed the details there. As I did, they asked me for a reference photo for the mascot and a color palette. I sent them everything they asked for, and they said they would design it on their stream later that day. I went to the stream for about an hour and they began drawing my mascot. They sent me the sketch but never finished it. It has been around 5 months since then, and I'm highly disappointed in this, as I was looking forward to this mascot." Here are screenshots of the design never being finished, and they asking for information, and they are sending reference and more references and the sketch. Next up is Male Fig XM experience. They had art trades that just never got fulfilled on Uni's end and never received giveaway pieces. And they say, hi, while I don't have anything massive, I do have a couple agreed upon art trades with this person that were never fulfilled. And I figured to let you know just in case regardless. Some of the things were for a chibi model, channel points, and sub badges, and originally a secondary outfit design for my previous design. This one has been somewhat compensated for with a mascot sketch, but the rest were empty promises. Forgot to add, the chibi model and the outfit design were giveaways, I believe. The channel points and sub badges were part of an art trade. And the screenshots, they sending a sketch and sending another sketch, more sketches. Mailfig XM saying they will make their side after the points are done, just in case measure, and more whips. Now the previous person experience is not a smoking gun, but it's just further proving the unit did not fulfill agreements. This will be important information to know about them as further stories come out and when the doc eventually comes out. From a victim who would like to remain anonymous. Hey, I have also had a bad experience with CG/Unix. I am not sure how bad it is compared to other people's, but I hope that maybe this will help other people in some way. I commissioned them for a chibi model at the end of November, and since then I have only ever gotten sketches/line art of the model. They had started over 2 times after the first sketches. I've had to ask them for updates over and over to get any updates at all. Seeing everything just this morning about what they have done, I finally got the courage to just ask for my money back because I genuinely don't think they have worked on my model more than the sketch part of it. I was fine with giving them time to work on it, but what made me the most uncomfortable is the lack of any updates unless I asked over and over. I have screenshots if you'd like them. I'm just in shock of everything that has happened. And screenshots of their communication, and a bumping for updates, and a sketch update. They actually getting a sketch update, and more bumping, and a lot more bumping. A lot of bumping. Uni asking the commissioner to pay for shit for them. These messages are all the times I've asked them for updates. I did get an update after that second to last one, but that was on March 10th, 2026, so almost a full month ago. There were times where they were asking me to buy more stuff or send them money out of VGen. I did stupidly buy them a VR chat model thing because I had the extra money in exchange for a short animation, which I never seen anything since they said they would make it. From some of these messages, we did have conversations outside of the commission. I can add in also the screenshot of the 3 different model sketches if you would like also. And the proof screenshots. And a lot of proof screenshots. Uni, if you feel oh so bad, why are you just saying lol? Maybe fucking address this shit and apologize. And in the screenshot, they're saying, I'm gonna get off Twitter. I've realized there's a lot I need to work on mentally. I don't realize I hurt so many people. So I'm just gonna go back to the mental hospital probably and get away. Can you tell everyone I said I'm sorry? That's all. Sorry, cats. And then a message of someone who's really disappointed in them, and their answer was lol. And to close things off, the drift posts Vex, Trickstar, Unix, Shivio, any other fucking name. Her mom has been contacted about her activities online. I hope that with this, his mom can finally stop what's been going on. I just hope she doesn't flip her shit on me. So we have updates. Nova put out a document and says, here's my complete statement on everything that has happened. Please consider reading and sharing to spread awareness. My experience with Unix. again. Hello, I am Nava, Kali Lover 101, and here's everything that has happened. I'll do my absolute best to keep all my personal emotions out of this and lay out the facts and evidence. For some additional information, despite being former friends with Jung's, I am not aware of Jung's current preferred pronouns. For simplicity, I'll be referring to Jung's by she, her, as those are the pronouns I was told when we first met. Our currency mentioned is in USD. CG in the screenshots of the Discord conversation is Jung's. She has changed her Discord names a few times since she has become Jung's. So I paid Jung's current design as part of a trade we had agreed to. I was interested in buying a design named Hugo from Jung's. She had received the design back through a trade, so I offered to buy her commissions until I could pay off the work for Hugo. After the conversation, showing the last screenshots, we didn't talk about it again for a few days, and those screenshots we've already seen before. Out of nowhere, in the middle of the day, she DM'd me, "I'll take it," about a design I had seen on my For You page, replying to my offer of buying commissions for her. After some trouble with PayPal and some workarounds, I was able to pay the $250 for the Sleep Devil design. This was fully intended to be $250 out of the $1K worth I owed. Soon after I made the purchase, I started regretting my decision on the trade. I associated the Hugo design to the time she had used me for free adopts while she was vexed and returned it to her. Another screenshot we've seen before. She then stated that she could sell the Hugo design that she received through trade in order to pay me back. I had just woken up at the time and was not in the mood to discuss it, so I proposed that she could use the Sleep Devil design as long as she were to return it to me if she ever disconnected with it or wanted to get rid of it, and she moved the conversation on. Additionally, only a few days after I bought the Sleep Devil design, she was already getting commissions for it. And those screenshots are new, so let me read this. Nova says, "Actually, how are you getting this so fast, OMG?" And Yoon says, "As soon as you bought her for me, I got on VGen." Nova says, "How could you afford all that?" And Yoon says, "I couldn't. I just started sending proposals. Then my old OC got bought, and I had 200 USD." And Nova says, "OMG." And model update. And Yoon says, "I'm so excited." On March 6th, Yoon had stated that she was considering selling off the design. It was at this moment that she had directly broken our agreement and showed me she had no intention of returning it back to me. And they say, "I actually might have to sell Young's. That's how bad money is right now. I will fucking cry." Nova says, "If it comes down to that, let me know. I'll do what I can." And Yoon says, "She's well worth over like 3 to 4K right now, like actually." After that interaction, I sat on the information for a few days. On March 19th, I made a terrible and emotionally feel vague post about it. I did not mention any of the facts I have stated here, so many people had the wrong idea and thought that I had given the design entirely to Young's. Since Young's has broken our agreement, I have both privately and publicly revoked her right to use the design. She is very insistent that the design is hers, so I ask that everyone reading this keep an eye out for her return. The only ones with permission to use the design are me and the new owner of the Young's account. Any artist that has done work, whether it's paid or free for Young's, is free to keep that work on their portfolio. If you're an artist that has done work for Young's but has never received full payment, please contact me as I would love to compensate you in the upcoming months. Less than a month after the design issue, Young's had DM'd me about another design she had gotten and said I might just sell/trade her. I asked her how much for it and she stated 40 USD. I am a sucker for Fox girls, which she's very aware of, so I told her I would think about it. She instantly threw in another design I had previously said I wanted in order to convince me to buy from her. 40 USD was all that I had left on my free spending budget, and I did not want to go over. And the proof screenshots? After I paid, she attempted to convince me to buy more of her sketch adopts. I denied because I had just spent the last of my free spending funds. After I had made the purchase, I noticed that one of my PayPal pay in 4 payments was a lot sooner than I expected. I knew it would either overdraw my bank account or I would have had to sacrifice food money for it. I had recently got a credit card at the time, but the bank I use is not compatible with specifically PayPal in 4 payments, so I could not use credit card to pay my PayPal payments. And proof screenshot. I asked Young's if I could send her the funds from my credit card through VGen or something. That's something meaning Ko-Fi. Jung said, yeah, I got you. I told her I would send 110 USD, enough to cover the payment processing fees and what I needed to pay my PayPal payment plan. And she said, along with your purchase. I did not want to purchase the design, but I agreed because I was desperate and it was cheaper than the bank fees. Afterwards, she immediately asked me to spend $45 more on a VR chat model for her. After a few days, I asked her about the payment. Then 2 more days, I asked again. And 2 more days, I asked again, to which they said, no, probably Monday, are you gonna be okay? Luckily for me, my college financial aid refund came in a lot sooner than I had expected, so I could relax and pay off all of my PayPal payments. While I was still waiting for that money, she had asked me to commission her so she could buy an adult for 25 USD. Day later, I asked again and she claimed she emailed VGen about it. They had outstarted on February 4th, as shown in the screenshots. A little over a month later, on March 6th, she had DM'd me that she had lost my money due to debt she knew she had. Whether or not she knew it was that bad or not is irrelevant. She knew she had a debt and she knew that my money would have cleared it. Out of the 120 Jungs owned me, I have only received 50. That 50 was sent by someone else that Jung had asked to send the money to me, as it's not that person's responsibility to pay for Jung's theft. I plan on fully reimbursing them in the upcoming week after I receive my next paycheck. Thank you for taking the time to read this document. If you have any remaining questions, feel free to ask them in the comments of this post or in my DMs. If you have also been affected or scammed by Jungs, know that you are not alone and please reach out to me and or the Jungs Twitter account. Please everyone, keep an eye out for anyone using the design attached. I am the sole owner of this design, and aside from me, the only one who can use it is the new owner of the Jungs Twitter account to spread awareness. Thank you again for reading. Please consider sharing to spread awareness. And the drift says, here's Nova's own doc detailing her experience from recent events. Others are still debating on whether or not to make a full doc, seeing as Vex has so many already. I'll be keeping this page up and retweeting any and all victims who speak up. Your voices deserve to be heard. Even if Vex is gone for now, we all know they won't stay gone. Keep aware of patterns of asking for free stuff. Love bombing. Saying things like you don't care, love me when you won't do something for when you don't respond. There's also patterns of not delivering on promises, not delivering giveaways, failing to make payments, etc. Again, please reach out to this Twitter account for anything relating to Vexed. If you are blocked, tag the drift so that I may unblock you. Most importantly, go support everyone who was involved and that is speaking up. I may also make a dedicated post to lifting up those who were involved. And Suki retweets Nova's doc and says, not to mention after I got my design from Royal Art, one of their adopts, I did a model sketch for me a few days later. I bought her. Yoon proceeded to message me about the owner. When I said it was me, she then proceeded to try to get her from me, even offered her whole toy house to get the design. I said no. She then offered 150 for her, going directly against the artist's TOS since I've paid no more than 70 for her, and even said that whenever I sell her, I should let her know. It was completely uncomfortable, but I allowed her to talk since I thought I was going to be considered rude for cutting her middle sentence, or don't allow her to talk as I consider her my friend and a sweet person by the time. After I refused all of her offers, she then proceeded to rip off my entire color palette and peach theme. Don't misunderstand me. We don't own colors or themes, but proceed to rip off all of the elements is kinda stinky. I'll make an Oni design with the same exact colors as Onigiri or Yokelash and use them as direct reference. It's not cool, right? She haven't considered my artist's boundaries or her artist's reputation by demanding them to use my entire color palette and etc. The artist herself and other artists told me that you messaged them about making a design based off mine. Since she couldn't get Miko, she'll make her own Miko. Sorry, I just wanted to tell my experience. The artist said that they tried to change a bit the colors to not look so similar, but she refused and wanted the same exact colors. Leaf Blood also retweets Nova's document and says, my experience with Jungs will most likely be a thread. Note, I apologize for any grammar mistakes, as I'm dyslexic. I met Jungs in late 2024 to early 2025 in an art Discord server my close friend created, and we became close friends quickly after we decided to do an art trade. About a few months into knowing Jungs on call, he asked me if I would be one of his personal artists. At the time, I hadn't even been commissioned or the such, so this was very exciting for me. And foolishly, I agreed. And for about a year, I was led on with the idea of payment. That was never sent. I didn't get paid for anything. In 2026, Yoon asked me to join his artist Discord server, which confused me, as I thought I was already one of his official/personal artists. Why had I not been in the server already? And I just remember, that night I was set up for so long thinking I had done something wrong, and that's why. It was the worst feeling ever because I thought I had hurt a friend or been a bad artist, and that's why I wasn't invited to the server of their artists. And then I got to meet the other artists like T. Rosalind or Slive, and I'm so happy I met them, but it was hell working for Yoon and being a friend. She would get angry at me when I did comms for others or got art trades to the point where I didn't feel safe anymore. As once on call, Yoon had threatened my life, and when I told I was uncomfortable, was literally threatened over an art trade. They said it was a joke and that's how they showed love to their friends, but it didn't feel like one. And on the side of commissioning, now, I couldn't take it. She had sent me so many projects and then never paid. If she did offer to pay, it was on things she knew I wouldn't let her for. Animations I've got only a small experience in them and won't charge for them as of now. I was never paid for any of the art given to her or the projects she asked me for, and I regret ever letting myself fall for it and think that because this is my close friend, therefore it's okay because I know they're struggling or something. And I thought because Yoon was always offering to help me set up my Twitter, my Throne, or anything needed for me to stream, eventually that was good enough. I didn't need payment because they were helping me, and it wasn't because they knew I was struggling. They saw me struggling and did nothing. Never did they pay any of the commissions or projects they had me do, which is not like I expected him to shout from the hilltops about my comms, but he'd tell me his friends are looking for artists to come and never once mentioned me. And well, that's my experience. More of the story, know your worth and be careful with your friends with 1111, I don't know. And Paua also retweeted and said, I usually don't get involved in drama, but Paus, please be careful. This individual, their past lives are extremely dangerous for your mental well-being. Saying this from personal experience, which I'll keep with myself. Don't let people use you. Don't let people treat you badly. Please take good care of yourself. And this seems to be it so far. I said that before and it had an update. But what do you think about it? Don't forget to leave a comment. Bye bye!